Hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. I'm Stephania Duncan, the creator and small business coach of the SD Small Business Coaching. We're so thankful to have you here. If you're viewing for the first time, please be sure, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell. So whenever we upload weekly content or any video content that we upload, you can be notified. If you've already subscribed to our YouTube channel, you know what to do next. Go ahead and click that like button and share this with someone in your circle. If they're an inspiring entrepreneur, if they're in the startup business phase, if they are already a small business owner and they are living that entrepreneur life, I believe there's some information on this YouTube channel that is going to impact that entrepreneur lifestyle, that business lifestyle as a whole. I've already recorded some content that's already on this YouTube channel, so be sure to go back in your spare time, or I know for myself, I plan out time that I'm either listening to podcasts, reading, or any of that type of things that I'm taking in for myself, keeping my own oil fuel lamp, if you will, full with fuel, because we know when we are givers, when we are coaches, when we are mentors, when we are aiding other people, it's always good for us to always make sure as much as we're giving out is as much as we're putting in. Who am I talking to? As much as we're giving out, and that's even outside of being a mentor, coach, or in the business sector. If you are a mother, if you're a wife, and you are managing your home, take this tip and run with it, okay? Share this with someone that you know. As much as you're giving out, you always want to make sure you're putting as much in. And on that note, before we jump into the content of today, building mental strength as an entrepreneur, I'm recording this content right after this Arctic storm that blasted us through the southern borders of the U.S. I'm located, if you're not already familiar with where Stephania Duncan is located, I am located in the heart of Dallas DFW Metroplex. Been in this area. I'm a native Louisiana, but I've been in this area for over 13 years. So we were just hugely impacted by this Arctic storm that swept through the U.S., through the borders, and Texas was without power, electricity, water. There's still some that are impacted by water. Our grocery stores, the power went out in all of the communities, and not just Dallas DFW, but again in all of those areas. So even today, some 6-7 days later, after this time last week, because I'm loading this content on Sunday, so this time last week we were hearing of the weather reports of snow was coming, of different things that was coming, even as so many were preparing for Valentine's weekend. And so by Sunday we was hit with it, and 6-7 days later, again, no power, no water, no heat. We were literally in survival mode. My family, we were without power for 3 days. By that third day, we had to literally go and find a warm spot. Yes, as entrepreneurs, we had to find a warm spot. We had to come out of our home, and go and find a warm spot. My initial family inside of my home is a family of 4, including my husband, my daughter, and my 2 daughters, and myself. And so we had to get up in survival mode, pack some things, go as close as we could for a warming spot, and still be accessible for work for the weekend. Inside of those of you all that know, already have met Stephania Duncan. I started my career as an entrepreneur in the beauty industry, and so I was able to get on the sales floor and serve in the capacity as an entrepreneur. And so what I'm going to be talking to you about is going to aid in time of crisis. It's going to be very imperative to you as an entrepreneur that you begin to build mental strength, because here it is, when a crisis hit, your mental capacity won't be shot, and you won't begin to lose control, begin to get an anxiety, worry, fear, and then you will not have any type of self-control, strategy, or plan that's going to help you, yourself, and your family to come through a crisis. And let me just tell you, for those of you guys who you'll come back and you've heard parts of my story. We're still in the middle of a pandemic, number one. But when I tell you that my life has been impacted in this last year, so we've been experiencing the pandemic as an entrepreneur. We had a fire in the month of March of last year, and now in the month of February, within the same 12-month time frame, we have now been experiencing and coming through an Arctic blast, an Arctic weather. And I mean, it's literally considered Arctic because we were at 8-degree temperature, okay? So again, it's very, very important to build. And I use the word building because it's an ongoing to build mental strength. And the three things that I'm going to talk about today, when you really think about them, it is, again, going to be very imperative to the longevity of your entrepreneur life. I know for us, we toss words around, we hashtag words about being bosses and lady bosses and all of those kind of things that we do for the Instagram and social media. But I'm telling you, crisis is going to come, and it is going to test everything that you say that you are. It's going to test it, okay? And so with the giveaway, okay, what am I going to be doing is, I've always been a generous person, and I realized that I had never done a giveaway or any type of giving on the SD Business Coaching YouTube channel. So I want to make sure that we're going to be giving, okay? And so those of you all who don't understand the facets of building a YouTube channel, there's many reasons why we build YouTube channels, and there's some people that they are full-time YouTubers, okay, quote unquote. I need your help, okay? I need your help. I would love to have your help to build my subscribers, okay? And so what I want to do is those of you all who have already subscribed, your name is going to be entered in the drawing. But here are other areas where I'm going to be entering your names into the drawing, and I'm going to be doing a drawing by the end of this month. And let me just tell you, these are some of the items. You know, I'm in the hair industry, I'm in the beauty industry, so I have some items inside of the salon that I am going to be adding to this beautiful gift bag, and we're going to be giving it away. If you have never heard of this system, Olaplex, it is an amazing system. I use this system inside of the salon. It is a great system and we know what we're experiencing now, ladies coming through the pandemic, even your young ladies and your young girls coming through the pandemic, coming through the Arctic blast and this wintry weather that we're experiencing. Is great to condition your hair, okay? Even if you're wearing extensions, myself, you're wearing a protective style wigs, any braids or anything like that, there's a certain time by routine that is great for you to add a conditioning treatment to your normal hair care, whether you're doing the self-care from home or whether you are going inside of the salon. This would be a great product that will be great. I'll show it again, bring it close again. So I'm going to be giving away these three items. The total value of these three items is probably about $60, okay? And so I'm going to be giving these away, but I need your help with the subscribers. And again, it's going to be by engagement. When you subscribe, when you like, when you share, when you comment in any of our broadcasts that we have, video content, even the ones we've already loaded, the more that you engage, the more I'm going to notice that you've engaged, and I'm going to be placing your name in the drawing. And the more that you engage and comment and things of that nature for those areas that I just described, I'm going to enter your name in the drawing. The more the better, okay? And then you will be able to be the winner of this giveaway, okay? And so I wanted to take the time this morning. I'm going to be, as I go back and edit this content today, look in the description box, because I'll put a deadline on when I'll do the giveaway, and I'll come back and announce the winner of the giveaway and all of that kind of wonderful stuff, okay? And so I want to go ahead today and jump into these three things to build your mental strength as an entrepreneur. It's it's going to be very vital for the longevity of your life as an entrepreneur, because I know that there are people who you enter into, or let me put it this way, you launch a business and you say, okay, I got this thing locked away. But I'm here to tell you that that's one of the phases of entrepreneurship. You launch a business, but you're always building a business. And then there are some women because SD Small Business Coaching and primarily my call in life, even as I'm doing this, is to the woman. Okay. And so I help so many women around the globe, even now on this YouTube channel, to help you to lead from your home to the marketplace. Okay. And not opposite. It's almost like how they say beauty from the inside out. So we want you to lead from a place of your home as a wife, mother, even if you're single, then into the marketplace. I connect with women who are philanthropists, they're activists. It's the same way. If you are wanting to build a brand and not a business, if you're in ministry or any of those facets, it's important that we do not leave our home unattended, our husband unattended. Come on, ladies. In so many ways. Now, you're going to have the ups and downs. You're going to have the different seasons. It's not always going to be a season of quote unquote, how do we say it? When we first get married, the honeymoon. Even in business, there is a honeymoon phase, and there's that time when you're going to enter into that honeymoon phase. If I can describe that, it's a beautiful place, the income is up, and those kind of things. But I just believe you have to build first. Think about that couple that's courting, dating, and there's some things that they have to do to build this relationship that they desire and bring it to the level that they desire for it to be in. So one of the ways that you build your mental strength as an entrepreneur, and you're going to need it. You're going to need mental strength. You're going to need your emotional strength, your mental and emotional well-being, as well as your physical, financial well-being. So many people, I see them as entrepreneurs. Can I speak to the woman? We work so diligent on ourselves, on this outer exterior, but it's important that we also work on the inside of this interior and how God designed us. And us as women, we're delicate, we're fragile, as well as being both fearfully and wonderfully made. But if we're not careful, if we're not managing, if we're not given that essence and time to build our mental strength, our mental capacity, and stand in that place where we are mentally strong, secure, and settled and established in that place, then we are going to have challenges. And here it is. The first point I'm going to share with you to help you to build your mental strength, and it's an ongoing. Remember that. It is ongoing. Even from this week, I'm going to tell you, by the third day of no electricity in our home with 8-degree temperatures, I'm telling you, this whole Arctic blast, the whole environment, the whole situation was coming for my mental capacity. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to record this content for you, because I believe it's very important and vital that you are aware that it is an ongoing building of your mental strength. And the first thing I want to share with you is something I call the 3 C's, okay? And that is clarity, confidence, and consistency. Now, I've talked about this before on Instagram. So if you're on my Instagram, our Instagram community, if you're not, be sure to join the Instagram community, because there's some content that I share there that I may not share on YouTube, okay? Even for those of you all, as I watch you go and like and follow our business community is at Business Coach with 2 I's. I'm also going to be paying attention to all of that too, okay, in the next few weeks. And then we're going to do the drawing, okay? Again, the number one tip I want to leave with you to build and be building, okay, ongoing, your mental strength as an entrepreneur, not just as a boss, as an entrepreneur. Clarity. You're going to need clarity, confidence, and consistency. Clarity, what are you talking about, Steph? I talk about all the time about your vision and your vision plan. Your vision and your vision plan is going to give you clarity. It's going to give you focus. And guess what? It's going to help you to obtain more mental strength even when you have your vision, because now you can see clearly, and the vision is going to give you the direction that you need for who's going, you're going, where, and this is the importance of, here we are, women, building brands and building businesses. We got so much that's attached to us. We got children, we got husbands, we got homes, our finances, all of that's attached to us. We want to make sure that we're clear. We have clarity, and you're going to have that when you create your vision, have an ongoing vision. I talk about that more as we are offering virtual one-on-one coaching, and we are doing that via Zoom. And I talk about and give you strategy to help you with your vision plan, to give you more clarity and with confidence. When you have clarity, I'm telling you, when you have your vision in front of you, you're going to be more confident. Okay, you're going to be more confident. There's other areas that you can gain more confident, that's going to impact and is going to build a foundation for your mental strength, for your mental well-being, and for your mental capacity. When you are confident in yourself, your skills, your abilities, your talents, at that point you won't be wasting time trying to do someone else's skills, trying to be as talented or gifted as someone else and operating in their talents and gifts. You'll be confident in your talent, gifts, skills, and ability that the Lord has invested in you. Okay. And so with confidence, one of the ways also that I'm able to obtain confidence to help to support my mental capacity and my mental strength is by reading, by praying. Some say meditating, by praying, okay, and spending that time away. And as I vision plan, I write, I journal. I journal about my personal life as a woman, as a wife, as a mother, and I write things in there, and I write those things out that can mentally frustrate me and give me anxiety, worry, and fear. I write those things out in my business journal. I release those things so that healing can take place. If there are women, you are experiencing traumatic situations. I would say this Arctic blast was very traumatic. Us having to get up and pack away things in survival mode and go for warmth. And now there are so many even in panic. Again, the stores are out of water because a lot of our grocery stores in the Dallas DFW or in the southern borders experienced blackout. They had to remove a lot of the dairy items or anything that could have spoiled. So the stores are clear. They don't even have a lot of groceries in there. So we're having a grocery shortage. We're having a gas shortage. So here it is. You can experience a crisis that can still impact yourself, even as an entrepreneur. But you want to make sure that you're always building mental strength so that when the crisis happens, you won't be, again, in fear, worry, and anxiety. You'll be able to have a solid foundation, maintain your mental strength, your capacity, and begin to create begin to create the strategy that you need to bring you through that crisis. Consistency, clarity, confidence is going to help you with consistency. I'm connecting with so many women who are having challenges with being consistent, whether it's their vision plan, their marketing plan, or their finance plan. Oh my God, Steph, I started the cash envelope system, but I just have not been consistent. Well, why? Ask yourself, why am I not being consistent? Why are you not holding yourself accountable? And if you're not able to hold yourself accountable, and I'm just using that for example with something that could seem so simple with your finance plan as having a cash envelope system, and I'm using that because here it was. We experienced a crisis over the weekend, the last few days. And when the blackout hit initially in the beginning, there were stores that were not accepting debit or credit cards. They were only accepting cash, but because they had no power. So the cash envelope system could be a strategy, a part of your financial plan that can aid you in time of a crisis. It's always good to have some type of budget and some type of way that you're going to save so that you can plan to give and also invest. So for myself, I used the cash envelope system this week. It came in handy. But how do you stay consistent? I can offer you more one-on-one strategy, share with you even some more tips, virtual coaching sessions, and you can go to writethebusinessplan.com, click that and put that in there. Before we get started, I always encourage those that I'm going to coach and I'm going to offer any mentorship or coaching or advising. I always encourage them. Before now, it was called a digital workbook. So now we have, when you go to the website, it is considered an ebook, and so you can download the ebook. The ebook is called The 8 Startup Business Questions. Even if you say, Steph, I've already started my business, I think that this is a book that's going to help, and it's digital. We know that ebooks are digital. It's about 26, 27 pages. It's not much. I think it's only about $10. You can go to that website. I'll be sure to link it in the down below, and go to it. Put that in your cart, as well as virtual coaching. If you would love to hear me talk more about, Steph, how do you stay consistent? Even with today, it was important for me. I got off work yesterday, coming home. My husband's getting ready. He's in the midst of launching his podcast, you guys. He's going to be talking about kingdom marriage and dating. He's going to be sharing some points in that area. So I'll be able to very soon, if you're on any of my social media platforms, I'll be sharing that content as well. But he's going to talk to you more about what life has been like for us, how we met, interracial dating, all of that kind of wonderful stuff that comes with it, and how important it is for us to maintain and keep and build our mental capacity and strength as entrepreneurs, husband and wife with, children and things like that, and now having multiple businesses. Okay. So we can definitely talk with you more. I can again share more strategy with you about how to stay consistent. Steph, how do you stay consistent? I hear you talk about your vision plan, but I'd love to hear more about it. I've heard you talked about creating that vision board, and not just a vision board, but a vision board for entrepreneurs. I'd love to hear more about it. Then you're going to go to the website, you click on the virtual coaching, and then I'll be able to aid you in that help. But consistency comes with routine. Okay, it's about creating routines. It seems very practical, but having that routine. Even today, I come in Sundays, but when I'm going to record it and upload this content, there are some Sundays I make it a point to come in earlier. Okay, I don't have a makeup artist, and I don't have anyone to do my hair at this point. Maybe at some time I'll bring that in, but right now I'm doing it myself. So it's all about routine. It's about packing the items that I need. I need the packing the clothing that I need. Packing, making sure I have the clothing, and then bringing it. I may upload some of that content behind the scenes of how I prepare, even now as we're growing this small business coaching business. Okay, coaching from business to business. It's very beautiful, the place that the Lord has me in, but making sure that I'm managing it, being consistent, being a woman of my word. If I say that we're going to upload content weekly, not having any excuses for doing that. And even after this week that we've had, I wanted to make sure that I be here to do that. So that's consistency, not being perfect, not making sure it's all perfect. And how we do it. We have our levels of, we're perfectionists. Everything is not going to be about the perfection of it. I even, as I coach those who are starting a business or newly launching a brand, don't try to perfect it in the beginning. That's gonna come. Don't worry about it. I just shared this. I've stopped focusing on my numbers and started focusing on my numbers. You got to go back and see that all over my social media platforms, because I know now we're in a time, we're in a digital age where numbers is important. Even if you look at this YouTube channel, some are going to come on here and say, oh my God, her content is not great because she don't have a lot of subscribers. She don't have a lot of viewers, and that's okay. Because you have to build it first, people. And I think there's an area with clarity, confidence, and consistency. You have to also have patience. Patience is going to help you to have mental strength, and it's going to support your mental well-being. You have to be patient with yourself. How many of us, we can be honest, we have the patience with everyone else? I think about Galatians 5 with the fruits of the Spirit. We have self-control with everyone else. We have temperance. We have long-suffering with everyone else. But how about you having long-suffering and temperance and having that self-control with yourself? That's very, very vital to help support your mental strength and your mental capacity. The second thing I'm going to share with you is focus. It's very important for you to have focus. How many of us, we're so easily off focus. We're so easily moved. It is said that you to be steadfast and unmoved, but how many of us are tossed to and fro by what somebody else is doing? We're looking through their windows. We're watching what they're doing. Oh, look at her hair. I love it. Now I want my hair like that. Oh, look at her nail color. Oh, because I'm talking to the woman. Now I want my nail color like that. I love that shirt. Now I want one like that. And so, but if we're not careful, if we're not supporting our mental capacity and building mental strength, we'll always be going where others are going. We'll always be pulled. It says tossed to and fro. Pulled here, pulled there, doing this, doing that, trying to live, as they say, like the Joneses and look like the Joneses. Focus. focus, okay? Follow one course until it's successful. That's an acronym for focus. That means whatever your vision plan is, follow that course. Whatever your marketing plan is, follow that course. Whatever your financial plan is, follow that course until it's successful. I think what we don't do is we don't follow that course enough until we master it. What we find ourselves doing, and I can say this even for myself, I can put my own hand up, is I'm on another course before I'm following and mastering this course. So my encouragement today, my tip today is to focus. Follow that one course until you see the success of it. I don't know if that's 1 week, 2 week, 3 months, if that's 90 days, if that's 1 year, but follow that course until it's successful. That marketing plan that you have, follow that. Get on that one social media platform until it's successful, until you see your engagement grow, until you see your numbers grow, okay? Not just your sale numbers, but your numbers. And that's the third thing that I'm going to share with you today in building your mental strength as an entrepreneur, okay? And you have your own mental capacity. You don't have the capacity that others have. I even hear when it comes to giving, some love to give, philanthropies, activism, that's all great, but you still have to know what's within your mental capacity. And I can share that because now that I'm sharing business strategy, I'm becoming a business connoisseur. Come on, you guys. Coaching as well as a wife, mother, and entrepreneur myself. And so I have those that are reaching out to me for support or help or aid and just, I just want you to help me with some of this with marketing. I just need just a little bit of this. But with my mental capacity, I'm learning, Steph, okay? Are you going to have the time and endurance and resilience? Are you going to be able to do that at your 100% best before you say yes? I'm learning that. I'm learning to set healthy borders, boundaries for myself when it comes to my yes. And I'm learning to successfully and healthily decline some opportunities, okay? And not everything is about money, but I know my goal financially, where I want to be by the end of this year. And so when I have those that are reaching out, we've already created a hub of items for my skills and talents. And some say, you're so creative, you're so artistic. So I have some things that can help you. If you need my help with your brand, then it's you know what I mean? It's going to come with a price because life does, okay? And so with that, number 3 is you have to know your numbers. And because I know my numbers, I'm not just talking about my numbers and those that are viewing, followers, who's visible on the platform, but I'm having to get to know my numbers. And one of the areas I'll know is you have to add up the costs. You have to count up the costs. I talk about that in the ebook, okay? Have you counted up the cost before you launch or started your small business? Because if you have not, what you find yourself doing, and I've made those mistakes, is you go out and you start buying items that you see other people say that you need, and you start trying to create this look that others have said that you need, and that may not be, you may not have the financial stability to support that. And maybe where they are, they now have the financial stability, and maybe they created a financial plan, who knows, to help them to get to where they are and have the items that they have, the like for myself, wearing extensions, and those things seem small, but you may be a person that's not in the beauty industry and have that access to those items. So who's going to do your makeup for you? Who's going to help you to get ready to create the content that you need for your brand or for your business? So you got to add up the costs. What tools you need, what platforms you need, what software you need. You have to count up the costs, and you have to know your numbers, because when you don't, you're going to be pulled to and fro. You're going to be tossed to and fro, and you're going to be doing all kind of stuff, and you're going to hit burnout, and then you're going to be turned off by what you're building, and then you're going to have the audacity to say that it was unfruitful and it didn't work, when you just needed to just put some things in place, operate in the 3 C's, have clarity, confidence, and consistency, and you're going to be building it. Have focus, and then know your numbers, not someone else's number. They hit 10K and following. It's not about knowing their numbers. It's about knowing your numbers. And the most important numbers, I'll put it this way. your level of importance of your numbers is different from another person. Maybe there's another woman building a brand or a business and only her sales is her most important numbers. Maybe for you, it's opportunities is an important number for you. Whatever your numbers are, but you first have to know them. You have to know the numbers first. So get to know your numbers. Get very familiar, your marketing plan. I talk about this with our Google in marketing. Getting to know our numbers, our insights, so that you can know what works, so you won't waste time. I'm telling you, wasting time, procrastinating, doing things that you don't need to do is going to cause you to burn out, and it's going to not help you to gain mental strength. You're actually going to lose mental strength and mental capacity. Well, that's my time today, you guys. I'm so thankful to share these 3 tips with you today. Don't forget about the giveaway. Don't forget about those things that's going to, as you engage, I'm going to be placing your name in a drawing, and in the description box I will put the deadline on when I will be doing the giveaway on this complete Olaplex system that is valued at about $60 to $65. So tell someone that this girl is got this wonderful YouTube channel and she's doing a giveaway. Okay. And we're going to be doing that quarterly. We're going to be having giveaways. It may not always be hair products. Maybe you may come and maybe, I don't know what it's going to be. Okay. It could be my ebook. It could be some other things that I have. Just know we're going to be doing a giveaway quarterly that's going to help me to build, and it's going to help you to receive wonderful gifts as well, okay? So thank you so much again for your time. Thank you for coming back if you've already been on my YouTube channel. This broadcast was a little bit longer and I expected for it to, and I'm okay with that. So share this with someone and we're going to get started on the drawing and the giveaway. And if you're out there and you're getting ready to host in 2021 a virtual event to book Stephania Duncan, the small business coach, you're going to email me at info.stephaniaduncan@gmail.com. And then we're going to talk about when is your event. And then we'll nail it down. We'll nail down the dates. I'll send you an invoice to verify everything with me doing any kind of virtual events, as well as coming out for a workshop. You know, if I'm in person, then I always communicate that as far as what the rates are in that invoice. When I send that invoice, before you release any kind of amount, I always make sure that you know, that the deposit is non-refundable, and we make sure that we secure the dates with that only. Okay. Time passed. Stephania came. I've been invited to so many wonderful things. I'm in a different place now. I know my numbers. I know my time. I know my vision. I know where I'm going. And so now that's the way that you would book Stephania Duncan and bring her to your virtual events. I know that, we're opening up even in the midst of the pandemic, and there are some that are offering workshops and things of that nature more. So if you're interested in that as well, podcasts, any of that, then that's the way that we're going to do it. Okay. And I'll include all of that information in the description box. I gotta go, you guys. It's been wonderful. I look forward to serving with you, working with you, coaching, mentoring with you very, very soon. Either way, God bless you guys. Thank you so much.